Sorry to start this way, but I guess above all, love is an encounter with disillusionment. Yes, in the beginning we feel complete, but that state doesn't last long. Actually, it lasts very briefly. I would like to challenge some common beliefs about love. I have the urge to talk about the excessive idealization that some people have about love. People often say that romantic love is something wonderful. And what I want to do is to put that statement in question for now. How many people do you know that has great relationships? Not many, right? And that's why between what in general people say and what they show in real life actions doesn't have much of a connection. Let's think about where this idea that we have about love comes from. Love, it's like always hunting for that missing piece that can make us feel whole, that can make us feel so much more alive. And I know these days so much people raise the flag of I love myself, I'm independent, I'm empowered, I'm strong, I don't need anybody else with me to be better. It's like that's the right thing to say now. That's, to me, sounds more like a trend. Not many people will admit this secret desire that someone one day will come to save the day, or even better, to save our lives. We often believe we are worthy of someone who can make our lives so much more enjoyable and amazing, and we are secretly waiting for it to happen. Ideally, this is us, and this is what love means. The issue is that we always end up finding out that half of the orange is at least one slice short. And that's exactly where this whole disillusionment story starts. Let's, for instance, compare love and passion because they have actually very different characteristics. Love, it's all about time. It's all about building a deep connection. Passion is urgent. It doesn't want to build. It doesn't want to wait. It wants to devour now. Passion is an urgent desire for instant indulgence. And actually, so many times, passion is actually an obstacle to build love. Clandestine affairs and secret lovers are so much more fueled by passion and illusion than they are by genuine love. The clandestine nature of such relationships can create a captivating charm, but that's an illusion that may not pass the test of time. What lies behind mere passion may indeed be nothing substantial. Real love, it's not just about fleeting emotions and illusions. It's about actively constructing and nurturing a genuine, non-fictional relationship. Attraction, it's not a random happening. Who might capture your heart? You can just fall in love with someone who has certain traits that you already love since you are a kid. Psychology always goes back to childhood, and actually there's no other way around it. You don't fall in love with the new. You fall in love with the new, but that already possess what you have inside your heart, with all that information that already resides inside you. Every deep encounter with someone new, it's a regathering of souls. Let's say you go to dinner with a friend and there's 40 single people there. Then after a while, probably you tell to your friend, wow, he's so hot. And your friend might be, oh, I haven't even noticed him. Oh, I really like that one. So yes, you feel attraction when you see something that you have always loved. Call it personality traits, gestures, a tone of speaking, a way of looking, a certain aura, or call it a vibration or a specific energy. You won't fall in love with whoever. But you know what? The problem is, what seems appealing, it's not always tied to good stuff. You know, it's funny how love works. Sometimes you find yourself drawn to someone because it reminds you of how charismatic, for example, your grandparent was. It's like this instant feeling of being at home. But all this happens at the speed light in your subconscious mind. You don't rationally understand why this person you just met makes you feel that special. All the behind the scenes of why there is such chemistry lives already inside you and inside that person. Therefore, you don't rationalize it. But unfortunately, not all is good news. And here's the flip side of the coin. Let's say that where you were a kid, your father was emotionally distant with you. And then boom, you will be finding girls or guys that even inside a romantic relationship with you will be emotionally unavailable for you. It's like you are replaying these patterns from your childhood. The chemistry between us and others has its roots in the deeper subconscious layers of our past experiences and emotions. It's like this unspoken connection that you don't always consciously understand. You might not realize this, but the person you are into could be an abuser. And here's the kicker. If you have been through that kind of treatment before, it's like you have this invisible magnet inside you that instantly attracts people with the same toxic vibes to you. It's kind of crazy, right? Like history repeating again. And now you might be falling again in the same trap without even knowing it. That's how twisted our minds are. Our brains have a natural inclination to gravitate towards that what we already know, because that's where we feel safe and in comfort. And if the usual and familiar for you is to suffer, unfortunately, that's exactly where your mind will take you. And that's why a lot of people literally live trapped inside their minds. As I say, yes, your brain wants to go where your brain already goes. And even if that means going back to the same predator, but this time in a different body. You are changing people, but you are not changing your destiny. It's like that book from Gabriel Garcia Marquez that is called Chronicles of a Death Foretold, or it could be rephrased as the story of an anticipated death. When you are in that stage of illusion mode in a relationship, you're blind, right? And you cannot see, literally it's obvious, but you cannot see what is coming next. But unfortunately, if you have been used to suffer, after that honeymoon period, you will start suffering once again. You know those people that always end up with the bad boys or bad girls? They literally need that suffering to be able to fall in love. Without that extra ingredient, they can't fall in love with anyone. But the thing is, after you experience something traumatic once and then again, and then once again and once again, that is literally your subconscious mind like sending a red alarm, trying in whatever way it can to bring to the surface what you need to heal. So once the same situation repeats quite a lot of times, you can see there's a pattern. That is your subconscious mind trying to help you, throwing you a ball. And once you grab this ball, because it's obvious, because the story repeats, there's two things you can do. You can heal, or you can keep on being stuck on the loop.